Hi everyone, and welcome to Shlime Reviews. I'm Shlime, and in this video, I will be reviewing Slime City B. But first, if you're new to my channel, I want to again say welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoy this content. And now for our Shlime fam shoutouts. There are 4 of you: Juliet N, Karen Shoemaker, Lucky Happiness, and MGM Slime Shop. Thank you so much for all the support, and if you'd like a shout out like this, comment down below #SlimeFam. And with that, let's get into this review. This package got here in 9 days. I paid $74.75 with shipping for 5 slimes that are 8 ounces. This shop was beyond kind, and they spoiled me with so many extras. I can't say thank you enough to that shop. They gave me a full free 8-ounce slime, a mini slime, some free clay, a bunch of candy, and stickers, a big baggie full of floam beads for me to add to my own slimes I want to make, along with a wristband with the shop name on it. And I will be wearing it throughout this review. I just can't say thank you enough. It was seriously so kind of them. The only thing they didn't include was a business card with care instructions and some activator. And what they do is if you ask in the comment section of your order, they will give you activator, but they don't do the business cards to prevent waste, so it's more of like an eco-friendly option, which I thought was really cool, but just also something to be aware of when you order if you need activator. So the slimes that I ordered were all from the Animal Crossing drop that this shop had, and I love Animal Crossing, so I had to try their slimes. They were super cute. So the 5 slimes that I ordered were Froggy Chair, Blather's Fossils, Stargazing, Wild World, and Isabelle's Morning Announcements, which is a do-it-yourself clay slime. I was so excited to check out this shop for the first time. And just as a reminder, all of the ASMR is saved till the end of the video, but feel free to use the chapters to skip around as you'd like. And with that, let's open some slimes. The first slime we're gonna look at is the small free slime that was included with my order. I want to say this is around a 2-ounce size container, and it was very kind of them again to include this. It is a gorgeous green color and is packed with slushy beads in a clear slime base. It has these little black peppers to resemble the black seeds on kiwi, so this is a kiwi themed slime. It also has a bunch of glitters added into it. The aesthetic was just so cute. This stretches very well and gives awesome crunches and bubble pops. This slime is also scented as kiwi. It's very light but refreshing. I had to activate this slime a tiny bit just because it is a clear slime and it is getting hot outside, so that's totally understandable. I just love the sounds that the slime makes, and it does inflate a little bit as well and becomes a little bit tacky as well when it's inflated. Overall, I'm just so happy with this little free slime. So for the unnamed kiwi slime, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. The next slime we're gonna look at is the other free slime included with my order. This is a full 8-ounce container and was one of the slimes a part of the Animal Crossing drop, so this was super kind of them. This is Island Iced Tea, which is a thick clear slime with a bunch of beautiful glitters and flower Fimo slices added into it. It's also a gorgeous light pink color. The aesthetic was absolutely beautiful. This is also scented, so it's very clear for being scented. For being hot outside, this slime hardly needed any activator. I just put a tiny bit on my hands, and maybe my hands were warm, I'm not sure. But other than that, this was perfectly activated. It stretched very well and gave loud bubble pops and awesome finger pokes. This is scented as sweet hibiscus, and it is a strong, delicious, sweet, flowery scent. I really enjoy it a lot. The inspiration for this slime is based around Isabelle from Animal Crossing. She always has a tea when she's doing her morning announcements, and this was a cute take on it. I loved it so much. And the more this slime is fluffed up, it becomes a lighter pink color. It didn't become very tacky once inflated too, and I thought that was very awesome. This is just an awesome, thick, clear slime, and the aesthetic is just simply beautiful. So for Island Iced Tea, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. The next slime we're gonna look at is Isabelle's Morning Announcements. This is a do-it-yourself clay slime. This came in an 8-ounce container with a gorgeous pink base, along with a little Isabelle clay piece, which I found to be just so cute. The price for this slime was $16, and I absolutely love the base. It was so creamy. It was basically like a butter slime already. It was very spreadable, just so smooth. It was so fun to play with before adding that clay piece. It stretched very well and gave light bubble pops and nice finger pokes. I could just tell already that this clay piece was just going to make this even more creamier and amazing. Once I finally put the base back into the container, I began to take out the Isabelle clay piece. It came in a deli container and was also wrapped with saran wrap for protection and to keep the moisture so that the clay wouldn't be stiff. I saw on Instagram when Slime City Bee was painting these slimes, and I know for a fact that these eyeballs and the nose were painted a brown color. I'm not sure if maybe it got absorbed into the clay piece because it seemed almost as if it wasn't painted in those areas. Regardless, I still knew it was Isabelle and I still found this to be adorable, but it was something to mention. The saran wrap also put a little bit of indentation into the clay mold as well, but again, it's such a minor issue and I still found it to look just so cute once it was on top of the base. The clay piece was extremely soft, it was smooth. It was so satisfying to squish Isabelle's face into the slime. The base of the slime was also scented as banana split Oreos. And this is my favorite scent from the order. I'm gonna say that now because it makes me just feel hungry. I want a banana split, and I can definitely smell this bit of chocolate in there. It's the most delicious banana split scent I've had so far. I love it so much. And that clay piece meshed into the base just so well. Became much more creamier and poofier. This was just so relaxing to play with. The scent and the texture were just so amazing together. The texture was listed as sizzly and inflatable, and it is definitely both of those things. I love the sizzles and just how much you can inflate this. This also doesn't become very tacky once inflated and is overall very holdable. I had this slime sitting for about a couple weeks now, and it doesn't seem to really need much activator at all. So it holds up and ages very nicely. And the theme of this slime was around Isabelle again. She always does morning announcements when you start the game in Animal Crossing. So that's what this was based around, and it was just adorable. I love the color and everything about it. I highly recommend checking out a clay slime from their shop because this was so creamy and fluffy and amazing. The beautiful part as well when it inflates is that the extra slime can fit back into the deli container that the Isabelle clay piece was in, so that always helps when you have a bunch of extra slime after mixing. So for Isabelle's Morning Announcements, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. The next slime we're going to look at is Stargazing. This was another 8-ounce container, and it was priced at $12. It was slightly discounted because the listing does say that this is going to have a tiny bit of bead fallout. The texture is a beautiful purple sugar scrub texture, and it's also unscented to preserve that gorgeous clarity. There are just so many glitters in here that just give off a gorgeous iridescent glow, and it was a perfect theme for what they were going for, which was based around an Animal Crossing character character who's into stargazing. It also came with a baggie with star fragments and moons. I'm very grateful that the shop was honest about the fallout because, you know, it does happen, and if you're still happy with the idea of it, then go for it. I still think this slime is really cool, even with this little bit of bead fallout that I'm gonna get. The purple color is just absolutely beautiful, and if you play Animal Crossing, you can get star fragments, and they look a lot like these little orb charms that they included with the moons. This slime just needed a tiny bit of activator so that it wouldn't stick to me, and I want to say most of these slimes just needed a tiny bit of activator, and it is again to be expected as it gets hot outside. And overall, I believe that this arrived just in beautiful condition. It stretched very well, and the base was so thick I could tell that these sugar scrub beads were going to add some awesome bubble pops. I was in love with all of the glittery add-ins for this. It was just so gorgeous. This almost seems like Slime Obsidian's Ultraviolet, where there was a little bit of a red tint in there, but overall it was a gorgeous purple. It was just a very vibrant color regardless, and as soon as I stretch the slime just a little bit, you just get all these awesome bubble pops and crunches. I did play with the slime for a decent amount of time before I noticed the bead fallout, and it's definitely there, but it's not horrible. The only other thing I did notice is that this slime wanted to be a bit tacky once it was being fluffed up, and no matter how much I would activate it just wanted to keep sticking to me and leaving a type of residue. And don't get me wrong, a lot of slimes when they're inflated definitely do that, but I feel like some slimes just do it more, and when you use activator it should lessen that chance, but this slime just wanted to keep leaving a decent amount of slime on my fingers. But I cannot lie when I say the ASMR is just amazing, and I just can't get over the gorgeous color. The slime does also inflate a good amount as well, so you might need a spare container for afterward for the extra slime. And when I say this slime's unscented, it's truly unscented. I tried to smell something and I couldn't, so if you're sensitive to any sort of scents, this one anyway didn't smell like anything. So for stargazing, I'm not going to fault it for any bead fallout since they were honest in the listing, but I did feel like it was sticking to my fingers a bit more than I would have liked. So I am going to give this beautiful slime a 9 out of 10 slime. The next slime we're going to look at is Blather's Fossils. This is in an 8-ounce container and is priced at $13. The texture is a thick and glossy, and I am just in love with the fossil Fimo slices that are added into this. If you play Animal Crossing, the fossils look just like these little Fimo slices, and I just simply love it. Blather's is the character you go to at the museum to give bugs and fossils to. This is such a simple slime with a great theme. I absolutely love it. The light blue color is so beautiful and glossy. When I went to poke the slime, I could tell it was gonna be just a lovely thick texture. It gave great finger pokes. And the scent is so delicious. It was listed as white tea and berries. It's a very unique combination, but it's so relaxing. The slime stretches very well and gives awesome loud bubble pops. You just can't go wrong trying a thick and glossy texture. The scent and texture seriously just went together so well. And the more this slime is inflated, it's even more clicky. And it didn't really seem to become tacky with inflation either, which was nice. You will probably need a spare container afterward for some of the extra slime, but I highly recommend checking out a thick and glossy from this shop. They do an amazing job, and the theme was just spot on. I loved it so much. So for Blather's Fossils, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. The next slime we're going to look at is Froggy Chair. This is an 8-ounce container that's priced at $13. The texture is a glue all semi-floam. And I love the theme because this was a type of chair that you can get in one of the Animal Crossing games. They didn't have it in the new version, so it's a big meme kind of at this point that everyone just misses it. It had different colored floam beads that were smaller than the larger white ones. And it also came with a baggie of frog Fimo slices. The aesthetic was just adorable. And I love that I got to put the frog Fimo slices on top myself, so I got to really really just enjoy that before mixing. This glue all texture was honestly still pretty thick. This was just gorgeous and glossy. And I love the green color. It did go off of like a frog theme, I think, pretty well. Just a gorgeous light green. And this texture stretched very well. And the more you fluff this slime up, the floam beads create all of these air sockets and you just get amazing bubble pops. The texture was definitely thick, like I said, but the more it got fluffed up, the squishier it got. I just love all of the add-ins. It just felt so soft and smooth on my hands. And they just made so many clicky bubble pops. This scent is also so unique. It's gonna be a whole list, but I will list it off for you. So the scent blend is Earl Grey, cucumber water, apple, matcha, honeysuckle, jasmine, and mango. All I can say is that this scent is amazing. Whoever creates the scents at Slime City B needs to work for like Bath and Body Works or something, because this was seriously amazing. I loved it. I am not skilled enough with my nose to pick up every individual scent, but I do know this is very relaxing. This slime does become a tiny bit tacky the more it's fluffed up, but with some activator nearby, it's not a problem. I seriously just love all of the bubble pops this gives. And this does inflate a decent little amount too. So for Froggy Chair, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. The last slime we're going to look at in this review is Wild World. This is in an 8-ounce container and is priced at $13. This came as a bunch of different colors and was packed with iridescent bingsu beads. This did mix a little bit in transit. There were supposed to be more colors to be mixing, but I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna mix even more, and I was just very happy I still got to mix a decent amount of it. It also came with some Animal Crossing Fimo slices, which were just all of these little animal characters. This slime is also unscented to preserve its clarity. And when all of the Fimo slices are on top, it just looks like Wild World. I played it long ago as a young child, and it was just so different and awesome. I'm glad that it's still so trendy these days. When I went to poke the slime, it was just instantly very crunchy and so packed with all of those bingsu beads. Again, I'm very happy that I was able to mix a good portion of this myself. It seemed like the colors came from different clear slimes that were just put together, because the more this mixed, it does become one solid color, and this slime, no matter what, is just beautiful. This fluffs up so well, and the crunches and bubble pops are just so amazing. And when it is fully mixed, it becomes a type of like light brown color, and the bingsu beads almost just look like a shiny green. I don't know, it's just so gorgeous. I just love it, and you can still see the Animal Crossing characters too throughout the slime as you play with it. This inflates a great amount, and I highly recommend a bingsu bead slime from this shop if you enjoy those, because I was not disappointed. This was amazing. And surprisingly, this slime wasn't really tacky for how fluffed up it got. I believe as it ages, it'll become more tacky when it is inflated, but for being a fresh bingsu slime, it really impressed me. So for Wild World, that is a beautiful 10 out of 10 slime. thank you so much for watching my video, and check out more of Slime City B. I will have links down to their shop and Instagram. It's always good to follow them on Instagram. A lot of shops will update when drops are happening or deals or just fun slime stuff, so go check them out if you're interested. Also, if you're curious, I'm on Instagram too, so follow me if you'd like to see daily slimes and just slimes. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.